Mahila. Um, so yeah, my friend Ben Withrow, he, not in a weird way at all, but it was known that like he thought that he had a small piece, and when I were to look at my own, I would say it's about the same. Now, in sense of or in terms of strength or chubbiness, um, this is really weird to talk about, but since it's in the request, so I will. But um, mine's like not. It doesn't have a lot of extra um, chubbiness, so it's basically like, and what I compare it to is the Predator 2 Arrowhead, the way that they describe it. And I've never really, I guess, touched on this in my channel, but um, I compare it that way also because SL said that, like, she thought it was big one time. She was kneeling on the bed and said, like, yours is, and said that. And I thought, well, it might be in comparison to my body small, but like, um, I was a swimmer. Mine can get super small, and because I've been in swimsuits my whole life, basically since 3 years old, that's kind of how it is. Um, like it was like that, like it adapted for surface and everything of the water. Um, is kind of cool, but kind of weird too. So, and I felt that when I was in crowds and stuff, um, swimming. So it's just something that I always dealt with, and my own image may be different from someone else's. That's why what you guys were doing with the Gandalf thing really affected me, because I didn't understand what image you were seeing. And I don't like that. I think that it's kind of like 1984, like you're judged on kind of like what you've been looking at. Granby said to me when I was small, um, everything that you watch has to come out of you. And I don't like that, but it is somewhat true. Um, Not that I believe in it fully, but in a karmatic sense, I kind of do. And um, as far as the wear, what's most comfortable to me is the XXXL, or the X, I think it was 2XL, that they sold at the Speedway at Angliana, where everything went down as well. This for the second time, and it's weird that it was like that, but um, that did actually feel the most comfortable, and it fit well. it wasn't a joke. Like, it actually fit really well, and I felt like I could breathe in it. But it's, you know, on an actual ruler, like, it's not like African or anything like that. You know, it's different. And the mag doesn't really feel too comfortable to me. And any size below that doesn't either. It just doesn't. Um, the mag, I can breathe a little bit, but not too much. And when I went to the El Salvador restaurant and they had on the TV, they said in commercials that they don't sell those XXL anymore. So even if I were active, I couldn't be. Um, but I'm not anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I don't even have that opportunity. Um, so um, the hot tub at Lindsay Wilson. Um, of course, I wasn't smoking then, but me and Blade would get deep into the intel, and there was this Ethiopian or Kenyan in the hot tub, and he said, "No, man, it's not 2012. It's in the 2020s. It's like 2022, 2025." And that disheartened me, but Blade seemed to think that's exactly what it is, and he kind of agreed with them. And I told Bush one time. I said, I I have a small piece, and it's what you do with it that matters, and that's what someone that was a little bit wiser into drama, kind of like Trevor Day, but he was a little bit rougher. He was a little bit, um, he worked out a lot. I think he was kind of Irish, but he was cool, and he said that as well. So then I repeated that to Bush, and he was someone that wasn't quite a star wizard, I don't think, but he was like up there. Um, this Irishman was, and he lived kind of by the section of in between Heartland Park, where I lived in Owensboro, and the city. He kind of lived in between there, and I got with one girl from who my mom, she was in her classes because she would see me mowing the lawn and stuff, and I guess thought, oh, he's hot or something. And she came over, she walked down, walked down the road, and we went to the backyard and kissed. That was all. But I had killed a mouse with a shovel, and I threw it behind the fence, and that's kind of where we were. I think it had been like a week or two. Um, so then Emily Price bragged to the bus that was going to win state for drama and have their picture on the wall. She bragged that had happened, and she also said that I got with her on some night, like of a graduation or something, or a party or something. I No, it wasn't a party. It was like some sort of event. It was either Atlantis or the actual graduation, and I did not. We were in the trunk, and I had her stripped down to her skivvies, but we didn't do anything. She kind of looked a little bit um, overwhelmed or something, and was kneeling in the car, and it was like she got too hot or something. It was kind of a weird setup. Like, why we did that, I don't know, but um, nothing happened. So, but we were in the moment, and then just kind of she had this look on her face like she was too hot or something, like the actual temperature, and we didn't do anything. So that's pretty much all I know about those requests. But as I said, I mean, mine's like, 6 or whatever on the actual, you know, size. And look, this is kind of ridiculous, but it needs to be said because you might look at the information like what's going on here. Why would it be some crazy, wear? And Maylinda at Concordia, she said that I couldn't use those wares because they were for blacks, and that's what her Spanish roommate said, and they kind of laughed about it. But the thing is that Maylinda could kind of make me laugh, and I could make her laugh, and we were comfortable with each other, and that's that. But that was the one time that it wasn't really cool. Thank you. Have a good night.